big names like Jake Benham, Brendan Lee, Thomas Ronhart, all starting outside the top 10. 5 red lights here. And we are underway. Max Wiesel with a good getaway, heading down in towards turn number 1. Istvan Pukki going to pull in towards the slipstream of the Aston Martin, then dart to the inside line, heading in towards the first corner. They go. The Ferrari sticks his nose in there, and Istvan Pukki looks for the lead of the race side by side as they climb the hill and in towards turn number 3. It looks like Max Wiesel has gotten away very nicely indeed. Istvan Pukki still applying the pressure further back behind. Otis Lawrence on the attack and around the outside. Beautiful move on Duncan Hoffland there to get himself up into P3. Now looking towards the inside line. A little bit of contact between the pair of them, and they're still wheel to wheel off the exit of turn number 5. It's been a brilliant start to this Grand Prix. Max Wiesel leading the way. Istvan Pukki second. Third is Otis Lawrence.
Indeed, brilliant start there from Otis as well. Further back, we can see Ishmael Fassi on the set of mediums looking to make some moves in this race in P11 currently, as he looks to try and get ahead of Tom Manley. We've got Lucas Blake making moves for P8, trying to get himself ahead of Shanaka Clay. To the outside, though, goes a little bit deep as he goes round the outside. That could lose him position, actually, to the car behind, which would be Tom Manley. Gets back up the inside of Shanaka and gets himself back into that top 8 as they head through. Further back, we can see more battle. We can see Benham ahead of, I think that'll be Jed Norgrove down to P16 indeed. Back down to turn 1 we go. And we can see them all fight again for position, and Max Wiesel has kind of checked out a little bit there from Istvan Pukki. That gap there being 4 and now down to 3, 2/10 of a second as they head into turn 1. Can Otis Lawrence look for a move into turn 1? No, he can't. Can Yana Watmere look for a move ahead of Alfie Butcher? No, he can't either. But Brendan Lee down a brilliant start already into P12.
At the rear of this soft train, though, Lucas Blakely is doing a good job of pinning Luke Smith, really. And he's actually all over the back of him off the exit of turn number 9. Here comes Lucas Blakely in towards turn number 10. We're on the outside line, but Luke Smith going to be ever so slightly boxed in by the Mercedes of Jarno Otmir. Little bit of contact, wheel to wheel as they climb up the hill. It's going to be the inside line for the next 3 corners for Lucas Blakely. And he's picked his opportunity perfectly. In comes Ishmael Fassi looking to the inside of Luke Smith. Still wheel to wheel. Ishmael Fassi, ever the opportunist, making a fantastic move work on the back of Luke Smith, who loses 2 places in the span of just 1 sector. Maybe it might be 3, because here comes Shanaka Clay looking to the inside, and there he goes towards the right hand side. Alfie Butcher further up ahead looking for the move on Duncan Hoffland, still wheel to wheel. In comes Jake Benham arriving on to the scene. This is some fantastic racing we're seeing here, Nathan.
Indeed, you asked for battling, Dan, you got it. We can see Alfie Butcher now looking for P4 ahead of Duncan Hoffman. They go side by side again in towards turn 5. Butcher with the inside line. He can break a bit later in towards this corner. Who gets position? Butcher has the inside line. Duncan 6 with him on the exit down towards the TV3. And I think Alfie's got the position. Yes, he has. So Alfie Butcher now into P4 in this race. Jordan Otmir looking to close in to the back of Duncan Hoffman. Can he make a move for P5? Close into the inside goes the flying Dutchman. He goes for 2 moves. And then Jordan Otmir's round. Oh dear, and he went for a bit of an opportunistic move. Then he went a bit too deep. Pete Alfie Butcher and Neb Yarno down to P19 in this race.
That's a rookie error from the 4-time F1 champion. For whatever reason, my Steel Series has clipped that, so it knows what's happened there to Jarno Otmir. Fingers crossed you didn't hear that on the stream, but Jarno Otmir, I've got to say, that's a rookie error from him there. He went up the inside of Duncan Hoffland and didn't anticipate that Alfie Butcher would be on the line as well. He should have backed off there, and that is a big error from Jarno Otmir.
Lucas Blake looking to try and get through on Duncan Hoffman, so we'll see what happens down to turn 1 on this time. But then again, Duncan's also very close to the back of Alfie Butcher as they head down to turn 1.
He can't catch a break, Duncan Hoffman. He's got Lucas Blakely all over the back of him, who has Ishmael Fassi all over the back of him in towards turn number 1. There goes Ishmael Fassi up the inside of Lucas Blakely, makes the move stick very cleanly indeed, and I think those medium tyres are going to be in some fine condition in comparison to those soft compound of tyres strapped on to the top 5 ahead of the young Spaniard, sitting 8th in the championship at the moment. He has a great opportunity to leapfrog many drivers who are outside of the top 10 at this point in time. So Ishmael Fassi is in a great position at the moment as they continue along on lap number 11 of 33. Jake Benham, the all-star as he is known as, still battling it out heading in towards turn number 10. I think this time by surely Alfie Butcher the long way round will make this move stick on Jake Benham, who's still fighting it out. Istvan Pukki arriving onto the scene and Alfie Butcher off the circuit. Istvan Pukki looking towards the outside with 1 lap fresher, medium tyres. This battle has been going on for near enough a lap here, but Jake Benham just about comes out on top.
Indeed, as Lucas Blake looking to make a move as well. He's getting in on the back of his son Pook. We've got more people in the pits. We've got Alvaro Carrot on Luke Smith and Nicholas Longate onto a new set of tyres. Now Alfie Butcher alongside with Jake Benham into turn 1. Can he make the move this time around? Surely he can. He'll be side by side, has the inside line, has the better tyres, but Jake holds it round the outside towards turn 2. And there's contact to Jake, half spin trade, and now that's going to be Svan Pook up the inside along with Lucas Blakely and Duncan Hoffland, and that's going to be Ishmael Fassi through on 2 doors. Can he get 3 in towards turn 4? He's going to go round the outside of Svan Pook. He can't make it work. But brilliant there from Ishmael Fassi, made 2 moves into one corner. They're going to be on the back of Svan Pook in towards turn 4. We've got Jade Benham still trying to defend now. Duncan Hoffland on the back of the Mercedes as they head out in towards TV3. Surely Duncan's not going to send it. No, he backs off for now. And it seems at the moment they're trying to, Jake's going to be holding up surely to try and help Yarno in this situation as they head up in towards turn 9. Trying to, yes, again, make a move. Hasn't got the best exit, though, compared to Jake on this time around. And still, Benham trying to hold them all off. But that was definitely a hectic couple of corners.
We are now coming up towards 2/3 of the way through, and you don't know who's going to take victory. Get your bets in now, everyone. I think this is going to be the closing point, because so many different drivers can take victory in this one, but I can't put it past Ishmael Fassi to potentially take victory on these hard tyres. Jake Benham the same as well. They're going to have some fantastic pace in the last few laps comparing to those medium tyres that are soon enough going to die out, so got to watch out for the end of this race. Ishmael Fassi could be one to watch as Thomas Ronhaar is through on Manley.
Indeed, now Ron Hogan look to get through on Nicholas Longos on those 2-lap old softs. He'll look to easily breeze past the Ferrari. Obviously, further ahead we can see Brendan Lee now with a 1.5 second gap, 1.4 second gap to Jarno Watme. So surely next time around, next lap, they will have that DRS at the back of the Flying Dutchman. We'll have a train all the way down to P17 in this race. I don't think it'll be too long before we can see CPOS try and get within that 1 second. So we could have an 18-car train from first all the way down to P18 here in this race. You can see that Luke Smith going to look for a move around the outside of Brendan Lee. Can't quite get it done. Brendan keeps the inside move, gets that defence perfect as they head up the hill in towards turn 3. Can Luke try and find a way through it to turn 4? He's got a decent run. He's got the inside. Brendan covers him off. Can he go for it yet again? Yes, he will. He has the inside line. Backs out the last second. Tries to send Brendan deep. Didn't work at all. We can see Ron Harnett looking to get ahead of Nicholas Longate to make a move for P12. Can he find a way there? No, he can't. But now, Dan, look how quick they're getting in on Jarno Watme here, and that train ahead all the way up to P1.
Yeah, within 2/10 of making it towards that DRS range, Brendan Lee is pushing to get within that 1 second window of Jarno Watme that he needs to get DRS and potentially defend from Luke Smith. Thomas Ronhaar has been all over the back of Nicholas Longate. A lot of history between these two. Fakes a dummy in towards turn number 10, but thinks better of it as here he comes now up the hill. This is when the grip is going to be paramount, and here he goes. Thomas Ronhaar around the outside of Nicholas Longate is going to have to contend along the left-hand side for 2 more corners. Still wheel to wheel. Here comes Thomas Ronhaar side by side with Nicholas Longate. So close to contact between the pair of them. How have both of them come out of that one unscathed? I will never know, but here's Tom Manley arriving onto the scene as well, looking to go for the move on Nicholas Longate, who's going back on the attack of Thomas Ronhaar. This is for P12, by the way. You'd think this is for the win on the final lap of the race. Thomas Ronhaar, once again, is going to come out on top with those fresh, soft compound of tyres. Nicholas Longate took the fight very hard to him, defended well, but I think just the difference in grip that these soft tyres produce for Thomas Ronhaar is undeniable, and that was a brilliant move and a brilliant battle. Thomas Ronhaar's only got 5 laps on those soft tyres as well, and he's all over the back of Jake Benham, climbing the hill in towards turn number 10. This should be an easy move for Thomas Ronhaar later on the brakes. He'll look towards the outside line and will stick it along the long way round of Jake Benham. Whoa, so heavy on the throttle is Thomas Ronhaar, slides his way through turn number 11. That is going to allow for Jake Benham to remain in that P10 position for the time being. However, I don't see it being lived much longer, because off the exit of the final corner, 2 Mercedes cars might be overtaken by 2 Saubers, because Jarno Watme's got Brendan Leaf company. Here comes Thomas Ronhaar looking to the inside of Jake Benham in towards turn number 1. Thomas Ronhaar will go later on the brakes and he'll get himself into the top 10. But of course, with that penalty, we'll lose out as we got yellow flags. One of the it's Shanaka Clay's gone for a spin. Here comes Luke Smith all over the back of Jake Benham in towards turn number 1. He'll sell the dummy and go up the inside. Is it too little too late though? A little bit of contact between the pair of them. Nicholas Longgate going to arrive on the scene, and Luke Smith forced out wide by Jake Benham, sent into a spin. It looked like a fantastic dummy, a textbook move up the inside line, but it's ended in tears once again. Steel Series clipping it for me as Tom Manley and Jake Benham do battle in towards turn number 5. Contact once again. Jake Benham has been in the wars today, Nathan.
Indeed, we could see further ahead. That's going to be Nicholas Long at the back of Brendan Lee. Bit of contact into turn 5. Still making contact, sliding through in towards the chicane. That could have ended badly as Tom Manley's dropped down to P6 and he's on a spin somewhere down at the exit of turn 5. I believe he must have had contact with someone as... Whew, that was close there between Nicholas and Brendan Lee. Nicholas not letting anyone get past him whatsoever in this race. Brendan Lee's got the outside on this on to turn 10. Can he make the move work ahead of the Ferrari? No, he can't. Can he go for a switchback? No, he can't either. He's got to try and figure something out. But now we have the two rivals ahead of each other. We have Jarno trying to defend from Thomas Ronaya as they head through out to turn 15, back down to turn 1. We know these two have come to contact. They've come to blows many times. But Thomas has got a really good run, hasn't he? Heading out the first final corner down to turn 1. He goes to the outside line. Can he make the move work again ahead of the Flying Dutchman? He has that line still, but he hasn't quite got the speed to fight with him as they go around the outside. And no way through there as Tom Manley's retired in the pits.
Yeah, Tom Manley was caught up in that incident with Nicholas Longgate and Brendan Lee. They were sliding across the circuit. Tom Manley nowhere to go onto the cross. Here comes Thomas Ronhart up the inside of Jarno Ortmeier towards turn number 4. Still sticking it wheel to wheel. Little bit of contact between himself and Jarno Ortmeier. I think that might have been a little bit of lag. Do not point any fingers in the live chat. I'm looking at all of you there. But a little bit of contact between the pair of them, at least on my side of things. Thomas Ronhart coming out on top ahead of Jarno Ortmeier for P8 in this race. Gotta say though, driving standards, little bit disappointing here this evening. Lots of crashes, lots of contact, and unfortunately it's ruined Tom Manley's race, and he is now out, the first retirement of the day, this time by Nathan. 3 to go. Otis Lawrence still leading the way. Max Wiesel could be on the precipice though of winning in PSGL F1.
As we can see, Ishmael Fassi getting in and using that battery now to get a move ahead. Goes to the outside line. Oh, Alfie Butcher, can he make it work? No, he can't go through a switchback. Can he get it done again? No, he can't. Still behind the hats. Brilliant defence there from Alfie Butcher. Maybe a bit of a over-ambitious move there from Ishmael Fassi as they come round the final corner now to begin the final lap of this race. Max Wiesel going to unleash all of that pace, all of that battery, using that DRS to his advantage. Otis going to try and defend down towards turn 1. Max dumping the battery. Otis also going to do the same thing. Will Max take the lead down to turn 1? To the outside he goes. Can Otis defend it into turn 1? They'll go side by side. Max has the inside line still, but a contact as they come through, but Max Wiesel takes the lead. Max
Wiesel into the lead on the final lap of this race. Otis Lawrence out of shape in towards turn number 3. This will invite Istvan Pukki down the inside of turn at number 4. Here he goes then. The Ferrari driver will muscle out the Red Bull. Max Wiesel escaping up the order now, heading in towards the second sector for the final time in this race. Has Max Wiesel checked out of this Grand Prix? Is the German driver going to take victory, showing up all the youngsters on the grandest stage here in PSGL? Istvan Pukki is going to do all he can to dump the battery, heading down this straight for the final time. He's closing to the back of Max Wiesel, but it might be too little, too late in this Grand Prix. Max Wiesel through the final sector for the final time in this Grand Prix. He'll come off the exit of turn number 13 and 14 to take victory here. Istvan Pukki did all he can, but it will be Max Wiesel winning the Spanish Grand Prix. Istvan Pukki second, third is Otis Lawrence, losing 2 positions on that final lap. Alfie Butcher in 4th, 5th place Ishmael Fassi, 6th is Lucas Blakely, 7th Jarno Ortmeier, Nicholas Longay in 8th, 9th is Brendan Lee, and rounding out that top 10 is Alvaro Caraton. But how about that? Max Wiesel, of all people on this esports absolutely stacked grid, takes victory, doing it as a hobby.
Wow.
He's got the inside. Ortmeier is through on the left-hand side. Hooks the apex, gets on the power nicely, and that is job done. Jarno Ortmeier now to the last couple of corners now. His finest drive, his greatest drive, and he's done it at the Circuit of the Americas. He returns to the top step of the podium. Once again, the GOAT is back. Jarno Opmeer wins the US Grand Prix in a stunning Grand Prix.